6 weeks ago, we were planning our move from Mexico to Guatemala when we discovered a few hiccups with Evie's paperwork.
This is like our first real border crossing in Central America and we're screwing it up.
The result was that we suddenly had extra time in Mexico, which, as it turns out, was one of the best travel blunders we've ever made.
You know when you're in a big city and you look down a street and you're like, oh, that's a beautiful little walking street. I'd love to go down that. That is like San Cristobal everywhere.
I totally agree with you.
Not only did we get to explore San Cristobal de las Casas, but we also found our way to the breathtaking Sumadero Canyon.
So I think everybody's just cool with the fact that we lost the first crocodile and he just went off to somewhere else and we're like, yeah, it's fine. We'll just keep going.
Fast forward to today, we now have all of Evie's paperwork ready, and all that's left before entering Guatemala is the short 3-hour drive to the border. But don't think for a second that Mexico has nothing left for us, because as we're about to find out, this small stretch of road has some of the best hidden gems this country has to offer.
Wow! This is so intense!
It's so intense! Wow! This place is so cool.
It's time for us to say goodbye to San Cristobal and pack everything into the RAV4 so we can get the next adventure started.
I think it's everything. I know we have a lot more things than before, but for some reason I feel like there's more room here
Than I expected. I feel like we're forgetting things.
Yeah.
It's okay, we're just gonna have to come back to San Cristobal then. Okay, let's go.
Let's go. So we actually haven't made it very far. Not gonna lie, Nicole and I are feeling both pretty sick. Like I think I'm coming down with a cold, and
I think I'm only car sick.
And Nicole's car sick. So we decided to just get some food really quickly.
Yeah.
Hi, Mike. We love these tiny little restaurants on the side of the road in Mexico. I think that's probably one of my favorite things about driving through Mexico, is that you always get such great food in the small towns in between big cities. Really, really love it. So we got ourselves a couple of 10 tacos and hopefully some drinks, and yeah, set for lunch already.
Maybe just gets warm. All right, while we wait for our food that is hopefully gonna cure all of our sickness, we want to tell you guys about the plan for the day. So we're only 3 hours from the Guatemala border, but there are so many incredible things to do here in Chiapas. Like the state, we've heard, is just so beautiful, and that's been our experience so far. So before we leave the country officially, we wanted to do one more stop here in Mexico. So the destination for today is a city called Comitán, which is about a 2-hour drive away from where we are.
Yeah, and then in Comitán, we're gonna use that as a bit of our home base for the next 2 nights, because tomorrow we're gonna spend a full day out heading towards like a really cool waterfall.
Yeah.
We heard it's a must-do if you're here in Chiapas, and it was on the way to Guatemala, so why not?
Yeah.
And then if we get lucky, if the weather holds up for the afternoon, we can also visit a cenote that's nearby.
Yeah, that's the plan at least. And then from there, and then in the next video, we will make our way finally to the Guatemala border. But this is it. This is the last video in Mexico for us. It feels weird.
Yeah. Feels a bit weird, but I'm also excited for new things. But
Me too.
at the same time, I'm still really geared up to explore a bit more Chiapas, because I've heard so many great things.
I came so fast. Oh my gosh. Something I feel like we've learned about Mexican cuisine since we've been here is that it is all about the sauces and toppings. Taco cheers?
Oh wait, hold on. Cheers. Cheers, love. So spicy.
Like we're just on the side of the road, in between towns, and this food is exquisite. Love Mexico, man. Also, the pricing when you eat at the side of the road, amazing. So we each got 5 tacos and a drink for 60 pesos. Each, yeah. Amazing.
Gracias, hasta luego. So on top of having great food, I think these roadside restaurants is also where you can find the nicest people. So that lady, our server, just really wanted to know more about us and like was just interested in getting a photo with us and exchanging like WhatsApp numbers and want to see our YouTube channel.
Took a photo and stuff with us. So she was so lovely and so sweet. She was like practicing her English and we were getting a chance to practice our Spanish.
Yeah.
So anyways, I just love these little middle of the road places that you just get to meet people and they're just so interested in like your life and what brought you here, why you're in this place.
I highly recommend this restaurant. I have no idea what the name is, but if you're ever between San Cristobal and Comitan and on the side of the road, half an hour outside the city, is this great restaurant.
Place. And it's awesome. Food's great, people are great.
Okay, let's get going.
Let's go.
All right, welcome to Comitan. We're in front of an awesome park, which is gonna be perfect for the dog. And I think we found our Airbnb. Dog's ready to go in.
I know. It's just like, is this where I live now? Oh boy. I actually can't get us in. Huh. Both keys go in, but neither one works.
I don't know how it worked, but it just suddenly all of a sudden worked, so.
Okay. Now I can take her.
Yeah, it smells funky in here.
Wow, she's ready.
He wants to go.
Okay. Holy smokes. This place is huge. Okay.
It's pretty kind of empty.
I'm gonna let you in off because you just want to do your thing, I think. She just like, okay, I live here now.
So this place is really big and yet very empty. I'll show you guys a bit of a tour. Here's the kitchen. Pretty big kitchen actually. The living room, which has one couch, a TV, and no other furniture. Oh, there's a table. There's a dining table over there. And then over here is the bedroom, which is really big. It's just this huge room for a bedroom compared to all the other places we've been in Mexico and all the other Airbnbs. And here's also the second bedroom. There's two beds here.
Oh my gosh. All right, kiddo. Oh come on. What? Drop it. Okay, let's at least use the size of this place to our advantage.
Ready?
Oh.
Back up. Good girl. Oh!
You're too good a goalie. There you go. Happy girl now. Oh, wow. Pretty sure she can come in here. I mean, a place called Dog Cafe can't not allow dogs, right? Okay, my girl. Gracias.
Gracias. What'd you get, baby?
Oh my gosh, iced latte, because it's hot here. And then Migo got like a Oreo frappe and I had a sip and I probably shouldn't have got that. That was amazing. So half the reason we chose the Airbnb that we have is because this was here and we had a place to take Evie. See, she's already like ready to go. And now I just feel like now that we're traveling with the dog, half of our decisions about where to stay are just based on the dog. This is our life now. Traveling with the dog, very different than traveling just Miko and I.
I can't tell you the last time I had a Frappuccino, but man, this is really good.
You have to share with me actually.
It's
Yours looks better than mine.
Chocolate Oreo, and it was only 80 pesos. So that is pretty good for 80 pesos.
It's like a milkshake.
Oh, it's so good. So I think we're gonna finish these and then head back into the Airbnb and get some more editing done and then get ready for tomorrow morning.
Yeah, catch you guys there.
Can we stay here for a week or so? Just watch the corn grow in the fields. I don't know what's on your mind, but I know that it's something about you and me. You said summer will be over soon. Would you still like to hang around? When the clouds roll in and cover the moon, will we manage to stand the ground? Without you, I'm a non-leaf tree, cold, naked, lost in faith. And what's an island without a sea? For you, I'll hold the weight.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to, I think, our last full day here in Mexico. And I gotta say, it had an amazing start.
Yeah.
The drive over here to where we are now, which is the El Chiflon waterfalls,
Yeah.
was so amazing.
Stunning. We actually wanted it to go on longer. It was only about 45 minutes, and we easily could have done an hour and a half.
But anyways, we've arrived at the
Yeah.
El Chiflon waterfalls. We've paid the 80 pesos each to get in here.
Yep.
We've parked. We completely forgot bug spray,
Yeah.
which is not great because the bugs are biting already.
Yeah, it turns out that was a terrible idea. So we need to get moving so we don't get eaten.
Yeah, but it's not raining, so that's a good start. Hola, buenos dias. Buenos dias. It's pretty cool that we saw online that you can bring your dog here, which is the reason why we're here to explore it with Evie. So I'm pretty excited that she can be here and enjoy all the water fun. Yes. Gracias. So here's the map of where we're going today. There's should be 25 minutes of walking, they said. And there's a whole bunch of different waterfalls, so depending on where you want to go to,
Yeah.
different times obviously.
Yeah, I think the whole walk actually could take us a little while if we go all the way to the tippy top, which is the goal. We hope to. Yep. So it's rainy season here in Mexico right now, and I feel like I can tell in the river because it's like dark and a little bit dirty, and there's a lot of water, more than I expected.
So now that we can really get up and close and personal with the water, we figure this probably is a good time to tell you about the sponsor of today's video, which is Vessi. If you haven't heard of Vessi before, they're an amazing Canadian-based company that makes incredible waterproof shoes. We've used them so many times in our travels, and today's like the perfect example of being able to put on some 100% waterproof shoes and walk around without really much of a worry, because there's a lot of puddle splashing going on here already. In addition to being 100% waterproof, our Vessis are also incredibly comfortable. There's like no break-in period. I put mine on and immediately, oh my god, the dog is falling into the water.
She's jumping, she wants to get a stick.
Anyways, I put my shoes on like for the first time, and I felt like they've been my shoes for years. They're my everyday runners now. For a while now, I've been wearing the Everyday Classics, but very recently I got the Stormburst from Vessi, and I'm really excited for that because we've got some big adventures outdoors coming up, and I think the Stormburst is going to be perfect for giving me that waterproofness, plus also the traction at the bottom. I think I'm really going to need that.
Yeah, I also love how packable our Vessis are. So they're amazing for travel because they pack down into basically nothing and fit in our bags perfectly. Look how wet she already got my shoes. You already got my shoes so wet. Oh my god. Oh my gosh. Dog. If you want to keep your socks dry forever, go down in the description below and we will have a link to Vessi there. And Vessi, if you're listening, we're thinking maybe the next thing you guys should make is some dog waterproof shoes. Please, would you like that? Would you like that? So there are actually multiple waterfalls at El Chiflon, and I think we just found our first one. Holy smokes! See, I think the downside to coming in rainy season is we actually can't swim here. We brought our bathing suits and wore them just in case we could, but we can't. But the upside is that the waterfalls are roaring.
feels so like forceful when you come right up to it and you feel all the wind and the mist. That's intense. It doesn't look like a tall waterfall, but I can feel the energy from it.
Wetlands.
Uh-oh.
There's way more amenities up here than I expected. Like, we're passing a bathroom. That's the second one we've seen since we got on the
Might
trail.
even be the third.
And then we've seen like lots of little shops along the way. You can buy coconuts, like all kinds of things. So
What I like about it is that so far I don't feel like all the infrastructure and the man-made amenities is really imposing on the natural beauty of the place.
yeah, not too bad.
It's just
Yeah.
the walkway is so nice and serene, and it, you kind of have like really beautiful moss and rocks on one side and then a river on the other. It makes you feel like you're still in nature, and I feel like that's one of the biggest draws to Chiapas for us. Is just how beautiful the natural scenery of Mexico comes out.
Yeah, so true.
Come on, girl. Let's go. We honestly can't tell who is having more fun right now, us or the dog.
I think it's the dog. I mean, I'm having a great time, but I honestly think she's having an amazing time. Holy
Wow.
We had to switch to the waterproof camera because we're at the main waterfall here that everyone talks about. Do you remember the name?
No, it's like,
Something de Novia?
I think it translates to Bride's Veil.
Bride's Veil. And it is incredible, but you can get really close to it, and I think we're gonna get drenched.
I think we may have underestimated how much of a wet experience this is gonna be. I feel like we're gonna get absolutely soaked.
Yeah.
Holy smokes! This is so intense.
It's so intense.
It was absolutely worth it to come up here. The waterfall looks amazing. Look at that.
I can't see anything. Wow. Holy smokes.
That was insane. We are so wet.
I feel like a kid who went to the water park as a child. Like, it was an accidental summer day and I just stumbled upon a water park. Holy smoke.
Like, I know I didn't really think we were gonna do any swimming because it's because rainy season, but I didn't expect to be this wet without even getting inside the water. Look at that.
That was very cool. I'm in shock, I think, still.
Man, it was so good.
Cool. Like, it was so cool to be that close.
You can just feel the force of the water and the wind.
You know what I was remembering a little bit? Do you remember in Argentina?
Oh, you're talking about
At Iguazu.
Iguazu Falls, yeah.
We got super close to a waterfall at Iguazu Falls and got not quite this wet, but very wet. We should have brought a change of clothes.
Oh, we didn't even bring any. Oh shoot, I didn't bring a change of clothes.
Me neither.
Even
I
though
had a
there's
towel. That's
the
good.
prospect of maybe swimming.
Yeah, but I'm not swimming. At least my clothes will be dry. Wow. We were gonna go all the way to the top. There's 2 more falls that we could visit, but they're quite an extra hike up past this Bride Veil waterfall. And we decided, you know what? I think we're gonna forego them in hopes of making it into the cenote or to the cenote before the rain comes. I don't know if we're gonna get lucky. We're gonna try. So we'll catch you guys at the bottom here. We're gonna head down. Maltic. All right, let's see.
Hola.
Hola.
Buenas tardes.
Cenote?
To the... ¿Sí?
Okay. Okay. 30. Okay.
60.
Gracias.
Do we need anything?
Maybe. Maybe not.
I think we're okay.
Let's just wait and see. Oh, no, there you go. Tickets. Ah, okay.
Muchas gracias.
Gracias. From what I read online, this cenote that we're visiting, which is called Cenote Chacumaltic, it actually looks like it's just people's private land is what actually surrounds it. So in order to get into it, you just kind of have to find an entry point, and then the people who own this property here just charge a small fee for you to get through. So we were charged 30 pesos to get through. I think that's how this works. I'm not exactly sure, but that's what I was able to read online. Either way, we got onto a dirt road. So I think
on the road.
and the rain is still not here. I mean, I feel like we're pushing our luck here, but so far I think we might actually get at least a few views of the cenote. What do you think? Are you ready for another adventure?
Dear Lord.
Are you too sleepy for this? Where's a tired dog? Should we go check out a cenote? That'd be fun, huh?
So I gotta say, this place feels very different than the last place.
Yeah.
It's so quiet. We saw one group of people walk in at the same time that we arrived. But aside from that, it looks like we're in the middle of a jungle. It almost seems like.
I have no idea how long this walk is. Like, I don't know if we're in for a 3-minute walk or a 30-minute walk.
Yeah, far less instructions about how to get to this place than the other place. That's for sure.
It was our kind of adventure.
Wow, that was so fast.
Yeah, we've been walking for like 5 minutes. Oh my gosh.
I was gonna say, I feel like there's a place where you get attacked by a witch, but this is the opposite.
Wow. This place is so cool. This is incredible. It's almost a little freaky because I can like see so far down, but there's nothing there. Like I keep expecting to see an animal or something, but I see nothing. I do really wish we had snorkel gear. There's people here with snorkel gear. They're probably here on like a tour or something, and that would be so stinking cool. Also, I've got a little bit of the water in my mouth, and it's kind of tripping me out that it's not salty. Like all the water we've been in here in Mexico, I think every single body of water we've been in has been salty. So to have fresh water, it's just messing with my head a little bit. This is actually the first cenote I've ever been in. I think Miko too. Like we've never been to a cenote before, which is hard to believe after all these months in Mexico. Oh, so cool.
So Nicole jumped into the water, and Evie's automatically just on high alert, just watching her as she swims around. But I was just flying the drone up and taking a look at her. She looks so cool. Like she looks like she's in the middle of the ocean. The water is so blue and clear. It's just such an incredible thing. And then from the drone as well, I can just see the landscape. It looks like there's just a sinkhole here, and then water filled it, because as far as I could see, it's like hill and kind of jungle and just forest, and all of a sudden, just in the middle of nowhere, there's a giant cenote right there, just so hidden. I feel like this is one of those real hidden gems of Mexico, and yeah, it's something that we were told that we just had to go check out, and I'm so glad we did. Let's go, girl. Let's go, come on. All right, I'm not gonna lie. I feel like Chiapas, Mexico is just one of the most naturally beautiful states in all of Mexico that we've seen so far.
It was so good. I've absolutely loved it here. A perfect way to wrap up our time here in Mexico.
Yeah,
Wow, that's wild.
yeah.
Yeah, in the next video for you guys, which is actually happening tomorrow for us, we're gonna be making the journey into Guatemala and the road trip continues. So if you haven't already subscribed, please do that. And if you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. We will catch you guys in the next one.
Thanks for watching.
Oh my gosh, Eve.